Major ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court strengthening President Trump's authority in a decision involving birthright citizenship. The 6-3 decision along ideological lines, ruling that federal judges cannot put nationwide blocks on a president's executive orders. Justice Amy Coney Barrett writing for the majority that federal courts do not exercise general oversight of the executive branch. Justice Sonia Sotomayor writing for the justices in dissent that the president's bid to end birthright citizenship makes a solemn mockery of our Constitution. President Trump calling it a big win, making a rare appearance in the White House briefing room today, saying he'll now move forward with his plans to limit birthright citizenship. The Supreme Court ruling may also allow the president to charge ahead on other parts of his agenda. ABC's senior Washington reporter David Muir leads us off at the Supreme Court.
Tonight, the Supreme Court's conservative majority dramatically limiting the ability of federal judges to check presidential power. The 6-3 decision allows President Trump to move forward with plans to end birthright citizenship, which has been law of the land for more than 100 years.
This morning, the Supreme Court has delivered a monumental victory for the Constitution, the separation of powers, and the rule of law.
Federal judges in 3 states had ruled Trump's order on birthright citizenship blatantly violates the Constitution and Supreme Court precedent, issuing nationwide injunctions blocking the order from taking effect. But today, Justice Amy Coney Barrett, writing for the majority, said those sweeping injunctions went too far and that federal courts do not exercise general oversight of the executive branch. They resolve cases and controversies.
I want to thank Justice Barrett, who wrote the opinion brilliantly, as well as Chief Justice Roberts, and Justices Alito, Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and Thomas. Great people.
In a biting dissent, Justice Sonia Sotomayor said the liberal justices would not join so grave an attack on our system of law, saying Trump's bid to end birthright citizenship makes a solemn mockery of our Constitution. The court's decision took no position on whether Trump's executive order is constitutional, though the ruling does let him put it into effect in 30 days. But at the White House today, no explanation of how that would work. Attorney General Pam Bondi deflecting when pressed on how exactly citizenship for newborns across America would be determined.
Who would be tasked with actually vetting citizenship? And how, would this be a situation where you have nurses and doctors checking for citizenship of parents, or?
This is all pending litigation. It's going to be decided in October by the Supreme Court, and we'll discuss that after the litigation.
But there is currently no litigation before the Supreme Court in October involving birthright citizenship. Still, opponents of Trump's order are vowing to get the issue back before the justices as soon as possible.
With the impact of today's decision could be far-reaching. Dozens of federal judges have issued nationwide injunctions against some of President Trump's controversial policies, from layoffs of federal workers to federal funding freezes of foreign aid. Some of those injunctions may now need to be rolled back or lifted entirely. Whit?
And Devin, the Supreme Court also issuing several other major rulings today.
It sure did. The Supreme Court upheld those popular Obamacare no-cost preventive health care services. The justices also said that parents have a right to remove their children from classrooms when LGBTQ books that violate their religious beliefs are used. And the court, Whit, upheld online age verification for adult websites in an effort to protect children. Whit?
All right, Devin Dwyer with that major news from the Supreme Court. We appreciate it. Thank you.